here we go. Hi everyone. Welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. Did I stream last week? I don't know. Anyway, hi. We're back at... I don't know why I keep smacking lips. I'm so sorry. That's not on purpose. Okay, we're back. Yeah. I have a new background on this time because... Oh, I hope it's not too hard to read the chat, that background. You know what? But I can't really change it right now, so you'll have to suffer. I don't know if anything's too loud or too quiet. Just let me know. Let me know. Here we go. Here we go. So we're at tongue-tied. Yeah. All right, drama is gonna happen, right? Oh, I'm scared. Okay. After we finish eating and clean up, I say goodbye to them and head to my dorm. Although I don't feel particularly tired, I think I'll just go straight to sleep tonight. If I were back home, my mom would nag me not to go to bed after eating, but what she doesn't know won't hurt her. Yeah. I take a look at the clock as soon as I get in and realize that it's a lot later than I thought. Yeah, I can see the comments. I'm sorry the background's kind of like funky. I could change it, but like I'm kind of like... I could have tested it. But like I can still read what you're saying, and yeah, I'm sorry. It also feels a bit... Yeah, there is a little bit of like a lag, but I mean that's just, I guess, it communicating. I don't know. It's still there. I also have like my phone open on this side anyway, because I know sometimes it doesn't really like to like catch all the messages. Anyway. Yeah, let's get going. It also feels a bit silly checking the clock when I have a phone and a wristwatch. I take off my watch and hold it in one hand while holding my phone in the other. It makes me feel powerful and stupid. Same. Dang! That was a little loud on my headset. Dang. I try unsuccessfully to go to sleep, and I'm glad when someone interrupts me by knocking on my door after only a few minutes. I figured that it couldn't be anyone but Kenji, which is why I'm surprised when it ends up being Misha. Hi, Chan. You don't look happy to see me. No, I'm just kind of surprised. Did Shizune remember something that she wants me to do after all? It's late, but whatever. I guess it's good that I didn't change. Nope. I just thought I'd follow you back, Chan. For fun? No, of course not. It's because she wants to talk. It must be about something important, something she doesn't want Shizune to know about. Don't scream! Is it the drama? Wait. What do you mean, what, OMG? What do you mean? Should I save? Should I, like, be freaking... Oh, what? What do you want from me? No! Do you want to come in? Yeah, thanks, Hachan. She just sits down on the bed. Sure. I'm so scared. Freaking out. She walks in and immediately takes a seat in the chair. The natural thing to do, but I'd expected her to sit on the bed. Hachan. Misha frowns harshly, arms folded over her chest. It's like she's trying to play a grim interrogator. All that's missing is the mustache and the dangling, flickering light bulb on a string. That's funny. Did you make Hachan sad? What's with the music? I don't like whatever's happening. What do you mean? When I went to the office today, Hachan couldn't hear me coming. That's why, when I opened the door, I saw a really confusing expression on her face. Hachan looked happy and sad, and I wanted to know why. Well, it wasn't because of me. I didn't even see it. I think she's suppressed that she won't be student council president anymore in a few months. When I asked Hachan about it, she said that it was okay. That's meaningless. Don't beat me up, Misha. I don't like how the music's all sad. I don't like this. Ooh, what a way to start the stream. That's meaningless. Shizune would say that, but it's ridiculous to think that she would let it go that easily. I mean, there are times when she'll want to fight me over the last apple, or chocolate milk or whatever. And that is stuff that doesn't even matter. Chocolate milk is important. Okay, it is. Don't get mad. But not as much as student council is to her. She wouldn't just wave it off so easily. You're right. Why is the... Oh, I thought this was supposed to be an interrogation, but it appears Misha has already forgotten about it. But I don't want Shichan to lie to me to make me feel better. Most people don't know how serious Shichan is and think she's just putting on a show. I'm happy that you understand her, Shichan. It's obvious, especially how she talked about it today. Misha leans in closer with interest, resting her head on her palms. Really? What did she say? They are close enough that I don't think much of how she is prying. Excuse me. Oh my god, guys, it's getting intense. What's this song called? Moment of decision. No, I'm like... Why she joined the student council, sort of. She started, but then decided that some stuff should just stay classified. Inside, it's a secret. So I guess that's what she told me. It's a secret. Well, if someone tells you that they have a secret, you can kind of call that a secret by itself, Chan. I turn it down a little bit. Just like how, according to you, luck is a skill. It can be. The decision is here. I'm gonna cry. Be careful, not so loud. Why, Chan? You're going to wake up half the people in the building, and on top of that, dorms aren't co-ed. I don't want to make my choice. We got the cello. I hate this, guys. Chan, are you thinking something dirty? Stop being weird. If you are, it's okay, I think. Hearing that makes me realize how easy it's been for me to talk to Misha all this time. That I'd be able to go this long without feeling the need to be on guard. This is the first time I have. I feel sad, Hichan. Misha baby. It's funny. The happier Shichan gets, the more depressed I feel. Even though I should be happy for Shichan. I still am, but I can't talk about my problems with her. Why not? Just like Shichan can't talk about her problems to me. It's the same thing, Hichan. If we have that kind of problem, then I'm not sure anymore what I should do. I wonder if I'm a bad friend. Misha gets... Oh no. Oh, damn. Misha gets up and quickly drops herself on the bed until we're sitting only a few inches apart. Just a couple seconds later, she pushes her head forward and gives me a light kiss. It misses my lips, more due to bad aim on her part than because of me. What are you doing? Although it's just a formality, I'd be stupid to not know what she's getting at. It's just that it seems so unlikely that I'm hoping there will be some way I won't have to deal with it. Misha! What? But now she decides to be shy and giggles embarrassed. Do you like me, Hichan? Yeah. Her head is buried in my chest. I'm screaming. Her head is buried in my chest. It feels like she's talking into my scar. She might be able to feel it brushing against her cheek. I don't like how you're screaming, guys. I am freaking out. Can I choose both girls? I tried too hard to hide it from both of them before. It seems like such a dumb thing to have worried so much about in retrospect. Please comfort me, Hichan. Just for today. I will save, just in case. But I was told last stream to not come for her. I am so sorry, Misha. I'm sorry. Oh, before I can answer, she pushes her whole weight against me, and it unbalances me enough to send both of us into the bed. If I don't answer quickly, then the situation will only become more precarious. I know that I should never let things get as tangled as they already are. So, even though it isn't the most tactful way to refuse her, I push her off me. Oh no! Oh no! Misha falls backwards onto the sheet so softly that it seems like she barely fell at all. Eyes closed. She stays like that for a while before getting up with a hollow laugh. You're right, Hichan. I'm sorry. This sucks, man. I'm not sure how I feel. Regretful, slightly, even though I've grown to hate regret. Sad, for a multitude of reasons. I'm also a little angry, both at her and at myself. And in a way, it seems like I'm not really feeling it at all. Don't be. No, Hichan, it's okay. I am really, but just asking was enough for me, I think. I'm happier that you said no. Is that right? Well, that's good. Yeah, it is. Thanks, Hichan. She pulls herself up and leans against the wall. I'm assuming she is. My head hurts so much that I don't bother opening my eyes. I lie on my bed, listening to the rustle of my hair brushing against the sheets and the grass waving in the wind outside. I guess that I should say more to reassure her, but I wonder if that would really help. Maybe it would be better to say nothing. I just don't know. Although, I think that in this situation, there's no one right thing I can do. Good night, Hichan. Oh, with that, she leaves, the door clicking shut behind her like a guilty whisper. Excuse me. Maybe it's because I'm eager to put today behind me, but after Misha is gone, I find it much easier to fall asleep. I do so almost instantly. Depressed head bops. Misha! No! Why? We'll save again, but I can't. So tongue-tied. So, March. Okay, sorry guys. I'm kind of panicking, freaking the frick out right now. The following morning, I wake up thinking that most of my time is going to be spent trying to avoid Shizune and Misha. I know, I want to kiss Misha. She's beautiful and baby, but Misha, I'm sorry. I can't. What happened last evening still makes me feel uneasy. I thought that sleeping on it would help alleviate that feeling. I feel like an idiot for believing it would be that easy. Misha kind of forced herself onto me. Misha, baby, I love you, though. I think about whether or not Misha might feel the same way. If so, she probably won't show up to school today. I'd consider doing the same, but it would be pretty suspicious. And staying inside all day in fear doesn't appeal to me. It never really has. Like I thought, Misha isn't in class this morning. Shizune is, but today is a busier day than most. So she gives her all concentrating on her classwork. And that means there's little idle time for her to start up a conversation with me. I've grown so used to seeing Shizune and Misha together that I hadn't realized until yesterday how much that hasn't been the case lately. And it's a shame, because the empty seat next to her reminds me that they are a pair. So, yesterday is something I'll take to my grave. If I feel this way about it, I wonder how Misha must feel. Just as regretful? When she came on to me, she was more depressed than sexy to start with. I can only imagine how much worse it would be now. Thinking about it like that, I want to see her again, but only half-heartedly. The other half of me is still terrified, even though I hate to use that word. It makes me feel ashamed, but I'm sure it's the only way to describe myself right now. This sounds all sad. I spend the next couple periods in the library, not in the mood to sit in classes for the rest of the day, but unwilling to walk back to the dorms. Oh, she's really... His eyes all frozen. He's like, oh no. While I'm lazily flipping through the pages of an uninteresting historical fiction novel, Shizune drops herself into the chair across me, pouting. I think it's sort of pointless to come to school and then skip every class. Uh-oh. She's gonna scold me. Sorry. At least tell everyone that you're sick. I'm just not feeling it today. Yesterday I was fine though. Tomorrow I'll probably be fine. Taking a sick day in the middle of the week is just too suspicious. That 24-hour flu thing or whatever won't fly. It's not suspicious. It is. I turn back to my book, but Shizune gently pulls it down in contrast with her expression, which straddles the line between concern and anger. Is something wrong? What? Is something bothering you because you're acting a little suspicious today in a different way? If there is, just tell me or I'll be mad. I'm not good at reading people. What a ridiculous thing to say after picking up my mood so easily. She is only half kidding, but there's some truth in it. After all, she can't hear tone and has to rely on reading to communicate with others. It's as if you could only ever have conversations with someone through text messages. That has to mess with you in some way. It's probably why she stares so intently at people in order to gauge their reaction. Or maybe it's why she pushes people so hard to get them to react. I've thought about it before, but it's too hard to say for sure what Shizune's exact motivations are for anything. So, I wonder how much of that was a joke. Sometimes it's easy to tell. This time, it isn't. Assuming it wasn't a joke, I can't tell her anyway. Because of sign language, there was enough time to collect myself and lie effectively. Nothing. What a lie. She's all, seriously, dude? I've just been thinking a lot about the student council's future lately. I believe Misha is doing the same. Well, in her own way. So am I, but she isn't here today. I wish she would have let me know something. Yeah, Shizune's like, bruh. Because I might need her help later today. Yours too, unless you're busy. She really does. She looks like she's sick of your nonsense. I'm not. Thank you. I feel like I'm losing a lot of people close to me lately. She's so sad. Shizune, you don't even know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know, man. It just is whatever it wants to do. You know what I mean? I can't think of a good way to respond to that. Something reassuring and confident, telling her not to worry. I'm here for you. I'm not one of those people. Then who is? And it seems so forced. I manage a wave of my hand that seems extremely callous as soon as I do it. You shouldn't feel that way. I might be just a little sick. Not enough to go through the trouble of making it official. It's just easier for me this way. It's the wrong way. I've heard the hard way and the right way are usually the same thing, so it's not a big stretch to say that the opposite is true. Well, fine. If you say you are all alright, that's good enough for me. Wait. You asked me, so I'm turning it around. Is everything okay with you? Yes. She signed without a moment's hesitation. After that, Shizune waits to see if I'm going to follow up on it. I don't, and she leaves. I feel like an idiot for not going farther, even though I think it's better that I didn't. I've been in the library for quite a while, and decided to go up to the roof for a change of pace. A fresh breeze hits me the second I open the door. This is really my favorite area of the school, I think. Uh-oh. Whoa! Then I see that I'm not the only one here. I can see a girl with bubblegum pink hair in front of me. Her back is to me, and I don't have to see her face to know who it is. Hey, Shizune, your bestie kissed me. I'm sure Misha is the only person in the world with hair like that. I get the feeling that I've stumbled on her at a bad moment. She obviously wants to be alone, and I wonder if she hasn't noticed my presence. If so, I'll leave right now. But she has and turns to face me. Oh, she's so baby. Oh, Hachan, I thought someone was behind me, but The music! No! But I didn't think it was going to be you. This time, you surprised me. Question? Like, I need a save question? You'd like me to make a prediction? I don't know, man. What? What's the prediction? What's the prediction? If she's referring to her habit of sneaking up behind me and asking me to guess who it is, I've never been surprised by that. Why is Misha sad and acting like this? Maybe she has a crush on Shizune. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not even a crush. Maybe Misha's like, bruh. What's with the little guy screaming? Am I right? Well, she doesn't want to lose Shizune. And since Shizune and Hisao like went the whole way, she's like, no, I don't want to be the awkward third wheel, even though it's never been like that. Like, I guess I haven't really had the chance to be the three of them together ever since I did. But like, there's never been an awkward third wheel. So if it is purely platonic that Misha's feeling, romantic would be more of a like, I'm afraid to lose Shizune. Like, I don't know, but I'm freaking out. I'm the sad music's shadow of the truth. Thank you. I'm surprised too, but this is good. I had something I wanted to talk to you about anyway. The frick? Okay, sorry. Okay, we're good. I hit a wrong button, but not that. What's going on between you and Shizune? She won't tell me, so I'm asking you. Because you're easier to get an answer out of it, since the same sign language that gives me the ability to lie to her gives her a cushion against my questions so that she can more easily brush them off. When she hesitates, I push harder. Give me an honest answer, please. It's complicated, Hichan. It's because of something that happened a long time ago. I thought I could just forget about it, but it's really hard. So, that and graduation coming up made me want to spend more time with Hichan. But Hichan is always busy now, so we've been fighting. But I'm tired of it now, because I like Hichan. So do I. No, I know you like Hichan. I mean that I like Hichan in the same way. I want her to be my girlfriend. Oh, Misha baby! Misha, no! No! This is so poor baby girl. No! Misha closes her eyes like a condemned criminal confessing the last of their sins in front of the executioner. It only makes it harder for me. I know! That's so sad. My poor baby girl, Misha. It only makes it hard for me to think of a response, and I know I have to give one. I see. I never knew. I didn't really want to come to the school, Hichan, but it sounded interesting, and even if everyone hated me, at least I felt like they would leave me alone. I was learning sign language, but wasn't very good at it. Hichan was trying to get people to join the student council because it was only her and Lily. Then she came up to me. I couldn't understand her at all. But Hichan wouldn't use her pen and paper. She knew that I was taking sign language classes. I was exposed quickly. I didn't know any. That only made her try harder, and I hated Hichan and thought she was making fun of me. That wasn't the reason though. So I slowly fell in love with Hichan, and I told her that I loved her. Oh. Oh my god, is that Misha's old hair? Wasn't she originally a brunette? Because in that one picture, Lily's real like she was... It was in the student council room, you know, when it was just the two of us. I had these fantasies of Hichan staying alone in the office, trying to put everything together all by herself. It seemed so lonely to me and so sad. I think I wanted it to be that way. That way, I could be there for Hichan. And maybe Hichan would like me. Even though there's no reason for me to believe it, I did anyway. I wanted it to be true, so I was okay with letting myself believe it. Even though I think I knew. That day was really, really beautiful too, Hichan. You were done with everything, and I was looking out through the window. Even through the window, the light was so warm. I wanted to stay like that forever, next to Hichan. But then I looked at Hichan, and she had her back to the window and was still working on something, blocking out the rest of the world. The light was on her shoulders, like when I would put a blanket on my shoulders as a little kid. Misha stops for a second as if trying to hold on to the image of Shizune in her mind. Oh. Hichan looked... It was like Hichan looked in a way that made me want to be with her. But it felt like it would be hard for that to happen. That was a really, really long time ago. My hair was different back then too. A little messy. I cut it because Hichan was always talking about it. Anyway, I told her right then and there. I confessed. Oh, baby! I was rejected. So I thought that was it, Hichan. But Hichan was always trying to find me, and I hated Shichan again for it. And when I asked her why she was doing it, it was because I was her friend. Her cheeks have a hint of red in them. I wonder how much experience she has had with crying, that she can keep herself from doing it so well. If it didn't pause to wipe her eyes, I might have never noticed. Having Shichan say that made me happy, but also sad. And even though she never meant to hurt me, it still hurts. Even now. So I was like, hey Misha, did you know me and Shizune had sex? Shichan has a way of manipulating people, Hichan. Sometimes she wants to, and sometimes she doesn't really. But it happens anyway. And sometimes I'm just not sure exactly which one it is. And I feel bad. Hey Misha, guess what? You know, people always in these kind of situations with love triangles, they're always like, you know what would solve it? Like, a poly relationship. But I don't think any of these characters want a poly relationship. I don't even know if Shizune is, like, attracted to women at all, because she's never showed anything like that. As far as I know, Shizune's straight, so I'm like, that wouldn't... I just wish that Shichan liked me instead of you. Oh, no. It made me wonder if I was starting to hate you and Shichan. Just a little. I didn't like that. So you were thinking maybe it'd be better if you weren't here at all? She looks confused. The thought has never crossed her mind. That's not it, Hichan. I thought about it a lot these last few days, and I don't want to hate anyone, you or Shichan. It's so stupid that I ever felt like that, isn't it, Hichan? I don't want to think about that kind of stuff ever again. And missing people and being apart from them. I'm tired of it and don't want to think about it anymore. I already did though, so I'm still really the worst kind of person. I wasn't thinking that it'd be better if Hichan had never come to the school. Bruh! Misha! Misha! I was thinking, wouldn't it be better if I just died? Misha! Bro! Oh no! Misha, don't do it! Don't do it, baby girl! Misha presses herself harder against the fence at her back as if hoping to slip right through it. Oh, don't you oh my god, guys! Oh my god, okay, this is actually painful. Without really thinking about it, I grab her hand. My reflexes are terrible, and I manage to only grasp onto a few of her fingers, but it's unimportant. Sorry. It's just that you said something pretty weird right now. Yeah, I guess that is right, Hichan. Would she have jumped off the... No. Okay, so for all the routes that I've been through, we've never, as far as I can remember, we've never dealt with, like, I don't know if Twitch is we've never dealt with suicide, so I don't know, like, this is kind of intense. This is intense. Holy crap, bro. Yeah. Do you want to know what I think? Shizune is the type of person who won't let anyone close to her except on her terms. It's frustrating. Sometimes it's even infuriating. That probably would have bothered me when I was in the hospital and anyone who shut me out was dead to me. Well, you know, I'm really glad that's not the beta version anymore, because that sounds actually... That would have you go through all this just for I'm really glad they changed it. I'd forgotten all about it until recently. I got a letter and it was all about that. It was all about that. I was mad. I thought, how can you accuse me of closing myself off from everyone and giving up? Isn't that what everyone else did to me? What else am I supposed to do? What can I do? Yeah, even now, I know that's how it happened, but she was right too. I did close myself off. So, I made up my mind that I'm not going to let that be the case ever again. The hospital? Chan, is that what those pills are for? Water time! Just listen, please. Shizune is the opposite of how I was. She has always wanted to draw people closer to her, I keep flipping out, sorry. That's the only reason Shizune was interested in me in the first place, I think. And I think I was determined to not let that happen anyway. My poor baby girl. Poor baby girl. Misha cast her eyes downwards, understanding perfectly. I never realized how hard that can be. And now, I feel like I'm going to return the favor, even if it takes twice as long. I already learned a second language just to get this far. It wasn't as hard as I thought, but it was definitely hard. Sometimes I felt like I was just clawing my way up a mountain with how my hands hurt. And you did the same thing. And it was for the same reason, wasn't it? That's really amazing. Which is why it makes me sad and a little angry that you would say a stupid thing like that. That's just what I believe anyway. Her shoulders slump and Misha almost slides to the floor like she's drained of all energy. Baby, you're too dramatic, Chan, she says while looking away, turning her head almost as if she wants to look out at the school grounds, but not turning it enough to do so. The door... Bruh. Who can it be? The door behind us opens, the sound only barely able to be heard over the ambient breeze. Oh, here we freaking go! I've been looking everywhere for you two. Is this a secret meeting? Roll. Shizune and Misha's talking about killing herself. She walks over to us, leaning against the fence next to Misha as if she needs to stop and catch her breath, before pushing herself off it and continuing. I'm bored sitting in the student council room every day now, without either of you ever coming by. Taking some time off is fine, but this is just too much. Normally, Misha and I would be jokingly making excuses for ourselves at this point. This time, there's only silence. Shizune, always expecting resistance, is thrown off balance by the lack of it. A few seconds pass in uneasy silence, which Shizune breaks an ear-shattering snap of her fingers, smiling as to say, Eureka. Let's go do something together. Like what? Anything! We should go to the student council room first and figure it out from there. That seems like a trick to get us to do work instead. Very funny. Misha laughs, managing to let her restrained. This is too sad. What the heck? That Shizune can't see it makes me feel a little better. It means that it wasn't only for her benefit. Oh. I was thinking that you both actually could help me with something. What else is there? We can't go out to eat. We already ordered in yesterday, and that was already breaking policy. 3 days in a row would be unforgivable. But that was ordering in, Chan. Going out to eat is different. She's got a point. Yeah, totally different. It is. It freaking is. You're both kidding yourselves. Before I could reply, Shizune grabs my hand, limiting my ability to do so. He's all, oh. Don't do that right now. Shizune. My options cut down so drastically, I have no choice but to settle for making a face at her instead. She makes one back before extending her hand to Misha as well. Oh. When Misha is reluctant to take it, I walk forward as far as holding on to Shizune at that time same time will allow me, and take her hand myself. She only has a second to smile before Shizune starts pulling us impatiently towards the door, biting us together like a human chain. I'm gonna start crying. What the heck? Oh. Dang! Sorry, I know it's a sweet moment, but Misha's boobs are huge. The heck? Nice. Although it's dangerous, none of us seem to think of letting go any step of the way through the school, out of the doors, and across the grounds. Hisao has 2 girlfriends, just kidding. This feels familiar, as if we've walked like this before. The 3 of us hand in hand. Of course, the mood was a lot happier then. Akira was all, you're like, Akira? Where? I can see the lingering sadness on their faces, and it makes me wonder if anything has really changed. If this is all just a distraction or not. But I think it's me just slipping back into being cynical because of the moment. It's a start. Bruh. The frick? Okay, I'm gonna save here. Oh, dang, that was July and I was still on this route. It's been a time, okay? Leave me alone. Okay. My back. Woo. Okay. Ow. The heck, who's that little kid? To my other self. Huh. Act 4. Only a day later, the weekend was already arrived. I drop a heavy stack of books on the librarian's desk, not meaning to slam them, but they weigh so much that it happens anyway. I feel like there's still going to be some drama between the three of them, because my bangs keep flipping out, because of Misha, is so jealous that Hisao's with Shizune that she was like, I'm gonna kill myself. That can't just brush over in a day, like... I'm very curious to see how this ends. I'm curious to know what would happen if I had comforted Misha. Huh. Okay. Yuko bolts out of her chair with enough force to dislodge her glasses. She barely holds on to them. Oh! Hi. Sorry. I'm here to return all those books I was supposed to. That's great, but I wish I had brought them back sooner. It wouldn't be a problem if the library had more copies of everything, but it doesn't. And they act like that they act like that's my fault. So I was like, bro, I'm sorry. They? Other students. They can be, pretty pushy. Sorry, it just kind of slipped my mind. It's been a pretty rough couple of days. Oh, I suppose you don't want to talk about it. Nope. Yuko meekly turns to the task of logging all the books I brought back as returned, treating them with extreme care and precision, like she's a bomb disposal technician rather than a librarian. Over the past couple of days, I've been thinking about something Misha said. Of course, I thought about everything she said, but one thing in particular keeps coming back. She talked about how she didn't want to miss people or think about being apart from them anymore. The heck does that mean? When I recalled those words, they stopped me cold, like a sharp slap across the cheek. In just a few months, we'll be graduating. Misha and Shizune were nearly inseparable, but after graduation, they might never see each other again. I wonder if the thought is what started all of this. I mean... Oh, sorry. They can arrange that, can't they? Zargo, would you knock it off? If Misha were to try and talk to Shizune about it... Sorry, hold on. Okay. Shizune likely wouldn't think about it at all. It would sadden her, and for that reason, she would try and toss it away. For someone like Shizune, who is so quick to suppress her worries, it would be easy. Hold on. Hey guys, I'll actually be right back. I gotta take care of something really quick. So I'll just be 1 second, okay? I'll be right back. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Hi. Okay. All right, let's continue. Where were we talking? Talking to Yuko. Oh my god. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh my god. I can't say what happened. But don't make me talk about it. I'm gonna keep laughing. Oh my god, okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh my god, Misha turned out to be more sensitive than she seemed. Oh my god, it would have... I'm sorry. I'm gonna be... Oh, it would have crushed her even more so because Shizune's reaction can come off as pretty cold. Sorry. Oh my god. I don't know if that's how Shizune handled it, but it seems likely, and I can understand why she would act that way. Oh my god. I can also understand why Misha would be... I'm sorry. Oh man. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't say what's so funny right now. I can't. Oh, but I need to stop. I'm going to start like coughing and wheezing. Like I can feel. Holy fuck. Hold on. I'm so sorry. I am doing. Oh my god, I need to drink some water. Oh, oh my god. I'm like. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Oh, I need to calm down. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm having such a hard time. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, holy crap, okay. Oh my god. Oh, holy. Oh my god, I need to calm down because I need to continue. There's something like funny happen, and like you just keep thinking about it, and the more you think about it, the more it makes you laugh. Like that's literally what's happening. It's oh no, I can't start again. Oh my god, okay. Lock in and let's do this. Okay. Oh my god, I could also understand why Misha would be troubled by the thought of drifting away from someone who was such an important part of her. I'd never thought about graduation until that moment. Oh my god. My eyes itchy, sorry. Then I began to think things like, has it really only been less than a year? I started, oh my god. Whew, now I'm just coughing. Laughing too hard triggered my asthma and now I'm all wheezy. Oh my god, I'm struggling. I started thinking of everyone I've met. Not only Shizune and Misha, but everyone else. They were fond thoughts. Then I thought of losing them. Suddenly, I could understand Misha's anxiety. The evil Zargo plan. I don't know where he is. He's evil. It could be nice to talk to someone about it. Actually, I kind of want to. Oh, the music get louder? With whom? I can sense an obvious tinge of apprehension in her voice. With whom? Really? Are you sure? Why me? Because you're an adult. That's it? That's... Wincing, she fidgets a little in her seat, trying to get comfortable in a pretty uncomfortable looking way. I guess this means she's okay with it. Yeah, because you're adorable, Yuko, and I love you. Is it hard being an adult? Yes. I feel like a child still, like, gosh. Yes, her sad face. Literally me. Is it hard? Yes. Just sobbing. I feel that. Yuko. Let's get over. I'm just like, whew. Oh my god. I don't think I'm that old though. I'm surprising that students now, like Shizune and you, wear stuff like perfumes or cologne. I never did. I still don't use them. Well, look at the way kids dress now. It's insane. By the way, you're not wearing your grape cologne today. Yeah, it wasn't working out for me. Oh, that's good. I thought the same thing. Sorry. Oh, Yuko, she's so sweet. Oh my god. Yuko looks genuinely sorry, and I feel a pang of guilt. Oh my god. Hold on, sorry. Whew. Okay. Oh my god, okay. Sorry, there's been right, that just sounds nasty. Sorry, there have been lots of distractions during the stream. Okay. I smiled despite myself. A tiny lie like that could come back to bite me in the butt. I'm good, I promise. I'm good. I'm good. I swear I'm good. For Misha trying to conceal how she felt in order to put on a happy face. For Shizune for so long. No! Oh my god, sorry, I just thought about. Okay. For so long must have been crushing. Somehow I know. I can't. Okay. Relax. Eljabel? Relax. Okay, we're good. Someone I know brought up that we're going to be graduating, and I realized that I've never thought about it before. I feel stupid that I could go so long and never think about these things. I've met a lot of great people, and I've never thought about what it's going to be like to graduate and maybe never see them again. There are still ways you could keep in touch. Yeah, I guess. I feel childish. I know everyone is going through the same thing, probably. I bet you hear this kind of problem a lot. No, I haven't been working here that long. I worried about the same thing when I graduated from high school. I didn't go to school here though. I also miss my friends, and I wish I had kept in touch with them better. I should have tried harder. Yuko's like, oh, an anxious mess. Yuko isn't really helping me feel better, and she clams up quickly when she sees it on my face. You're all, Yuko, I don't want to look back and have those same regrets. I wonder if Shizune even thinks about that kind of stuff. Because she goes on sometimes about how she doesn't want to live with any regrets. Wow, that sounds impossible to me. Same. I nod, only halfway wanting to agree. Even so, I think that it's kind of admirable too. Kind of brave. Don't you think so? Brave is a new way to put it. Yuko shakes her head insistently. It's true though, and also kind of intimidating. Jeez, you shouldn't be intimidated by high schoolers. Teenagers scare the living shit, you know what I mean? I'll try. She's like, leave me alone. She turns away to start folding a sticky note over and over. Pretty adult behavior for a university student, but more importantly, I wonder if I said the wrong thing to her. I'm sorry, Yuko. Being around Shizune for so long, I can't stop reading as much as I can to every moment of silence. If Yuko were the type of person who didn't get intimidated by high schoolers, it probably wouldn't be so easy to talk to her. It's all too easy to want to shed some negative quality of yours. When I think of everyone I know, it's those qualities that I like the best. I don't think I really regret it. I thought as long as I could remember the good times, that was enough. I don't know. Sorry. I noticed a couple of students starting to trickle into the library and decide that my time is up. No, that was helpful. I feel like two of my friends are fighting because one of them is taking the fact that we might not see each other again after we graduate really hard, and the other is probably being stoic about it, which only makes it worse. I don't get how I'm supposed to handle this kind of situation. It doesn't seem like that kind of problem where I have to end up taking a side. But it could turn out that way, and then I have no idea what I'm going to do. You should tell them that they shouldn't fight. I know, fighting is bad. It's not Shizune and Misha, by the way. No. Okay, I wasn't really thinking that, though. Awkward. How embarrassing. Even though I knew it would be, I'd still feel my cheeks redden. And even so, I still said something so transparent and blatantly a lie. It's awkward. But it could be that sometimes that is the right way. Do you have any books about people who have to make hard decisions? We have a lot of self-help books. It's funny that I can find that surprising, even though I wouldn't have only a few months ago. I meant about, not for. There aren't many, right? Yes, not many, I mean. Though I feel a bit apprehensive about it, I want to talk to Shizune. I don't understand why I feel nervous about it, and that disgusts me a little. Well, you know what? Misha hates you guys, just kidding. It also motivates me to look for her right then and there, although I don't have to look very hard. She's in the student council room as always. Uh-oh. The song always sounds so intense. Worryingly, Misha isn't with her. When Shizune notices me and looks up from her paperwork, the first thing I ask is where she is. Where's Misha? I don't know. There's so much uncertainty in her answer that I can't let it go just like that. She's missing a lot of school. Are you the attendance police? That's really strange, coming from the student council president. Shizune hides a laugh behind a cupped hand, and I start to think that I might be worrying for nothing, but then her laughter slowly fades away to a more serious and pensive expression. You're right. Yesterday, oh, keep it fucking go. I catch the hint of a knowing smile on her face when she sees my poorly hidden package at that word. Despite her best efforts, she can't help being satisfied and eliciting surprise from everyone else to the very end. Even then, I can see that she has bigger concerns from how quickly her smile vanishes. Before either of you noticed me, I saw what you were saying. I'm not stupid. Damn! If I hadn't, I could still see Misha while we were walking back. Even if she hadn't told me everything later. She didn't make a big deal out of it, but any way you look at it, it's my fault, isn't it? What did she tell you? Shizune winces at the question, though it's clear she's been expecting it. She follows it up with a very grand gesture. A lot. Like, that I can be selfish and confusing. Damn! I tried too hard to bring people around me and then push them away. Oh shit! Her sounds all, ugh. I didn't know what I should do. I thought she was right to mention all those things, so I agreed with her. But that only made things worse. I don't understand. Adjusting her glasses, she looks pretty tired. I hope it isn't because she's been busy avoiding Misha, but I can't help considering the possibility, seeing where this conversation is going. It's true. Even the student council being this small, and us always being swamped with work is my fault. I might have ended up driving a lot of people off, and away from the student council acting like that. Shizune wagged finger mischievously, acknowledging that might is an understatement. However, from how weirdly she does it, it's obvious the humor is only to put me at ease and therefore not genuine. Like Lily, for instance. She was the first person to join when I started trying to recruit people again after everyone else left, but they couldn't because they couldn't stand me, I guess. We managed to put together the last festival and even ran a booth together at the last minute. Oh, the picture! But I didn't like her because I thought she was selfish, always holding us up in order to tend to one friend of hers or another, and leaving Misha and me alone to sort out things involving the whole school by ourselves. If there were any problem with what she was going through, she would leave us high and dry while she panicked over it and wouldn't come back until it was solved. She would focus on it 100% and be too preoccupied to focus on any student council work. That was the worst to me, that she could be so nice and still take so many people for granted. Why even join the student council then? It seems so short-sighted and selfish, don't you think? But it's actually me who's that way. Like Misha said, always trying to pull people close to me and then shutting them out. That's how I've treated her, which makes me a bad friend. And it feels like I did the same thing to you then, so I guess I'm a bad girlfriend. Even Misha says that you might as well replace her. Damn! Oh, frick! Oh. I'm angry that I screwed things up enough for her to get this out of hand. All I wanted was to... She pauses to look for the right words, tending her fingers in concentration. Make people happy, I think. Even though that seems like a simple way to put it. As she rests her head against her hand, Shizune's bangs fall delicately across her eyes, hidden behind those polished glasses reflecting just the tiniest bit of light. I may be wrong to think so, but right now, she seems pretty, especially beautiful, like a more complete person. Oof, Jesus. It feels like this is my first chance to respond to her outpouring of emotions. Replacing Misha as Shizune's interpreter? Misa must be joking. It took all my energy to keep up with her just now, her signing filled with gestures that I've never seen before. Likely, their habits picked up from Misha and developed from years of them being together. I can never replace someone so close to her. I like you because I like you, not because I got tricked into it by you. Despite how hard she tried anyway, I continued to stare back into her eyes, as sharp as ever. The first time I saw them, they had seemed a bit intimidating to me, like the eyes of a predator. That hasn't changed, which I find reassuring. I still want to make everyone happy. Starting with Misha? Oh, Shizune looks a bit annoyed that I would imply she would start with anyone else, and smiles confidently as though a friend's sadness is a physical opponent she can just strangle into submission. Of course, oh, her theme, that's so cute. Oh, of course, obviously, naturally. Taking off her glasses, I like how it's just the same, sprite, but without her glasses. She looks cute, though. She leans back in her chair and lets out a sigh. Right? It's the first time I've seen her without them on, but I don't get a good look before they ship them back on. Ow. She took off her glasses! Oh my god! But I'm too tired to start today. First thing tomorrow. Do you want to help? Yeah. And I have other student council stuff you can help me with while you're at it. Although it turns out there isn't much work after all. Oh, cute bunch. I love them. My back. Okay. Banging. Oh. Hello. There's no school today, so I expected to be able to sleep in late. Unfortunately, I'm awakened by someone mercilessly pounding at my door at 8 in the morning. Oh, at first... Okay, why is she pounding on the door? I'm so scared. At first, I think it could be Kenji, but when my shouts of annoyance go unanswered, I realize it's Shizune. Oh. Okay, she's happy. Okay. Cute music, not like Misha's dead. She immediately backs away from the door when I open it, quickly concealing something behind her back. Kind of ominous. What's that? Is it a surprise? I don't really like surprises. The display's expression on her face says that she wants me to stop being such a wet blanket, but she's too busy fumbling with what's behind her back to sign it. It must be frustrating for her because seconds later she swings the object out, proudly and also a little dangerously. Ta-da! A picnic basket! We can have lunch together, the three of us. It's not really a basket, it looks more like a plastic bag. Taking a quick look inside, I can see that most of the food inside is also store-bought, not homemade. Some items still have the price stickers on. There's a very diverse selection here, though. Even a tiny tin of caviar. Blech. I'm slowly becoming more impressed with this lunch. I pick a grape out of it and pop it in my mouth. The grape cologne. Don't just take things like that. I spent all night perfecting this final weapon. Final weapon? She really is, and I love her. I love her. She's so awesome. I love her. She's so cute. Shizune places it down on the ground to free up her hands and immediately starts playfully tapping it between her feet like a soccer ball. Definitely not what you should do with anything you're going to call a final weapon. Whew. All part of my get Misha to stop being so depressed plan. I stayed up all last night working on it. When we tried to order the last time, Misha barely got anything and used it as an excuse to leave early. I won't let her get off so easily this time. This food is already here. She'll have to sit down and eat with us. It's the perfect bait. Doesn't everything look irresistible? I tried to make it myself, but I don't know how to make it all look fancy, so I ended up buying everything. Still looks delicious, doesn't it? It should be. I love how happy she is. It's so cute. She's like so proud of herself. She's very perky today, juiced up on the thought of cheering Misha up. Although it's odd to see her so happy about it, I know that she's just as unsure now as she was yesterday. The only thing that has changed is that by viewing it as another sort of challenge for herself, she can put her worries aside and throw herself into it recklessly. It has worked well enough for Shizune so far. It wouldn't surprise me if it's the only way she knows how to live. It's a little early though. It's already 8 in the morning. That's late. Even Misha gets up at 8 or 9. She goes to bed at 7 p.m., but that isn't important. It's very important. Shizune ignores me, gagging my hands by taking them in hers instead of more proper rebuttal. The way she lingers against me a moment longer than expected feels really comforting. The point is, she's awake right now, walking around somewhere. Let's go find her. This is so cute. I love this. This is adorable. She sprints out the door impatiently, and her gusto as she drags me along looking for Misha makes me feel more like I'm following a hunter on a safari than looking for a mutual friend. We don't have to look very hard. Even cropped short, her pink hair stands out. The fact that she's just meandering around the grounds out in the open makes it even easier. So now I'm sounding like a safari hunter. Misha!
Huh?
We were just looking for you. It's a good day for a picnic. You should join us. We even have caviar. Not sturgeon, of course, but really tasty. Caviar? Surgeon? Apparently finding it annoying to have to explain everything at length with only one hand, Shizune gives up quickly. Fish eggs. What? It tastes good. Sorry, Chan. I think I'll pass for her today. When Misha starts to walk away, Shizune's like, no! Shizune holds the bag out towards me, needing me to take a serve that her hands can be free. As soon as it's out of her hands, she darts in front of Misha, cutting her off. I made so much food, though. Sorry, I'm just not hungry right now. When are you going to be hungry, then? Sachan, that's impossible to know. You can guess. The tension between them infuriates Shizune, and she's trying to deal with it by trying to tear through it. But that approach isn't going to work. I thought and hoped that Misha had gotten herself together, but I guess she was just cut too deep by what happened. I mean, yeah. In that case, it's really out of anyone's hands. I believe that Shizune might understand that on some level. If she didn't, she wouldn't have any doubts at all. Because she can't speak, though, I've learned to notice her hesitation. It's very clear she might as well be screaming. Oh. Misha waves her hands in front of her, not wanting to continue the discussion any further, and quickly slips away. Shizune fumes silently, reluctant to let her go, but having no way to keep her there. Aww. As Misha's back grows smaller in the distance, I wonder where she's heading off to. Is Shizune wondering the same thing as she bites her lip in frustration? I want to touch her reassuringly on the shoulder, but I stop myself, not knowing if it's the right thing to do. Not because she looks fragile, vulnerable, or sad. It's the opposite. After a while, her expression belies no emotion at all, only contemplation. Suddenly, she whirls around. Now all this food is going to go to waste. Yeah. That makes me mad. Although it's obvious Shizune is more hurt than mad, the bag dangling from my hand feels like it's filled with lead. I like this song. Let's go on a date. Let's use it then. Damn! Where do you want to go? I don't know. The roof. It's my favorite spot. A wry smile appears on her face, disappearing just as quickly. Yeah, this song is so good. Like, I love it. Actually, oh my god, this one's like one of my favorites. It's so good. I like when the little like violins start playing in the back. It's so like relaxing. Ooh, I love it so much. On the roof, I immediately crack open the caviar, ignoring a derisive look from Shizune all the while. I end up putting it down immediately. Where are the toast points? It's so like relaxing. Yeah, it's so, but yeah, it's just so like chill. It's so nice. I didn't make any. Like I told you, I bought everything. Not toast points though. Why is that important? Anyway, they don't just sell toast points. That would be stupid. I bet they do. Maybe in stores for the exceptionally lazy, but not here. Why don't you use a tortilla chip? A tortilla chip is not the same. They're both triangles. Stop being such a... Shizune's done with my, like... Dude, Shizune's had enough of me. Stop being such a princess. I didn't know there was a proper way to eat caviar. This is the first time hearing of it. It's not the same thing at all. I can't be decadent like this. But anyway, how can she not know? She lives in a huge mansion. Shizune takes the opportunity to scoop half the tail into a single chip in the meantime. That's really funny. Hey! I'm sure it doesn't even taste good like that. There's too much food here for 2 people. Because we can't communicate with each other while we eat. That's really funny. Both Shizune and I have a lot of time to sit in silence and think about the fact that Misha, the person she set us all for, isn't here. It's annoying that she isn't here. I can't even enjoy my meal like this. I stare at the paper cup next to her, still half full of juice. I thought you didn't want all this food to go to waste. I wanted Misha to be here too. That was the whole point. I wasn't able to accomplish what I wanted to, so it doesn't taste good. You should eat it. Eat more. I want the fried things though. You keep eating them all even though you said they don't taste good. Fried things are always delicious. There was always an exception for them. They're so funny. You'll get fat. I think you're being too aggressive. It's like I told you yesterday, I'm only trying to cheer her up. Yeah, but it seems like you're planning a military campaign. I'm only trying to take it seriously. And this is the only way I know how to do it seriously. I feel so powerless. I hate it. I can't even yell at her too, even though I want to. Yelling is for serious occasions, right? Yeah. You should yell at Misha for me. You can tell her that I want her to stop being so down. Even if she feels sad and alone, there's no reason to stay gloomy forever. Why don't you? I already did. Over a game of dice. Under or over to be exact. I won 5 times! She's all proud of herself. Only the 2 of them would take so much pride in winning games of pure chance. Then, I tried to talk to her, but it didn't go so well, obviously. Well, so did I. I tried and failed. My goal has always been to do everything better, though. Yeah, your one-upmanship is really something. But I failed too. That's why I want your help. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do anymore. For someone like Shizune, who has only ever interacted with the world by locking horns with every obstacle in her path, understanding only goes so far. Aww, this is so sad. I want to tell her that she doesn't have to worry. That she is great at cheering people up because she managed to cheer me up my first week here. In retrospect, I must have looked like kind of a dick. Being in such a sour mood from the moment I came here, even though I don't think I was being unreasonable. Even having months to digest it, finding out that you have a heart defect like I did is hard to deal with. I had had so much less time to mull over suddenly being transferred to Yamaku. On top of that, spending the festival with Shizune really helped me out of a rut. I was happy enough to forget that the entire time it felt as though she were manipulating me. She's so funny, I love her. I understand now that I had allowed myself to be manipulated. Even though I felt like I was at the bottom of the world, I still wanted to have a normal life again. I'm sure because I enjoy what I have now. I think it must be the same for everyone, including Misha. Everyone wants someone there to pull them up, out of their self-pity. It's just that Misha always wanted Shizune to be that person, but because they can't be together, I think Misha feels that she can't accept Shizune's hand. And that frustrates Shizune. But if she can cheer up a stranger like me, then she'll die trying with Misha. What I'll do here? What the heck? I can see it in her eyes, too. Though she tries to treat it like any other problem in her life, Shizune cannot do that with Misha's depression. Her thought processes are entirely different. In some ways more careful, in some ways more reckless and frenetic. Is that how you pronounce it? She cares that much more. I end up not saying anything, partly because sitting next to her like this, just the 2 of us, is pleasant enough in itself that I don't want to interrupt the moment with a question. And partly for a more cowardly reason. I started to think they weren't, but I don't know if her actions that they might not have been an afterthought, or even a fluke, just a collection of coincidences. I don't know if that would change anything, but I'm uncomfortable thinking about it. The fence behind me trembles slightly, and I turn to see that's because Shizune's fallen asleep leaning against it. Considering she was up all night, it's not like that's surprising. Where does all this motivation come from? Not just in regards to Misha. I'm cynical, so it's hard for me to just accept that anyone can simply be that strong. God save Hasao, I'm sorry, I relate. My first thought was that maybe it's because she hates herself. It's very plausible. Leaning against her, I feel sad knowing that that might be the case. But it could be that we're similar and that we both want to be better people. This is so sad. Crying. Rise and shine. It seems like I ate too much yesterday because I wake up in the morning feeling just nauseous enough for it to be a problem. I really can't postpone going into town for shopping though, so despite wanting to roll over and sleep it away, I forced myself to get up and dress instead. Oh, that's a terrible feeling. Frick! Somewhere between buying toothpaste and a few other groceries, I end up walking it off. And then I feel hungry. After stopping for breakfast, it hits me how much time has gone by. Whew. I hadn't expected to be out this long at all. I'm not even sure if I'm bothered to lock my door. I should really get back. Oh, the frick! What the heck is Hidekai doing here? What? When I get back to the dorm, I see Hidekai standing in front of my room from the entrance. I can think of just a few things more unexpected. Yo! And I can't help thinking I might have a heart attack from just a surprise. Fortunately, it doesn't happen. The little guy, right? As soon as he sees me, he says hello in his usual detached way. I'm a little slow to reply to him, so he repeats the greeting without missing a beat. Hello. Is something wrong? I'm just surprised to see you here. Not as surprised as I could have been, since it's impossible to mistake him for anyone else. I'd recognize his weird clothes anywhere, frickin' weirdo. Come to think of it, I've really surrounded myself with distinctive looking people lately. Hidekai's head rolls slightly to one side, a little too easily. Why? Is it unusual to see someone's family come to see them? Well, yeah, actually. So Hidekai isn't much such a robot after all. In fact, it's almost as if he's more caught off guard by the fact he even can be caught off guard, but he recovers quickly. Nevertheless, in that brief moment, he looks his age. The uncomfortable side of his seems like a little more honest. And I wouldn't mind seeing more of it. Not so much, though, that I'd go out of my way to pry. Only Shizune would be that zealous. Yeah. That my thoughts get so far is proof that she is rubbing off on me. I'd think that you'd have a reason, that's all. There is one. See? Anyway, we can talk while you're looking for her. That's why you're here, right? Shizune is in the student council room. I was looking for you. We might take a trip soon, a family trip. Do you think she would want to come with us? Yeah, I don't know. She's kind of been on the warpath lately with a lot of stuff. And once she's focused on something, she won't just drop it. I guess you would know that. Hidekai looks much more at ease walking around than I did my first week. So, if this isn't your first time here, just throwing it out there. Of course, completely ignoring the surrounding environment could just run in the family. It explained why Hidekai seems so distant from Shizune. I get the feeling there's more to it than just her deafness. No, but this is the first time I can walk around so much. It's kind of weird here. I bumped into a person who told me women are not allowed in the dorms. After I told him I am not a woman, he told me I was misleading and then accused me of being an assassin. Fucking Kenji! He's talking to Kenji! Oh my god, that's so funny! I was warned that he was not only invincible, but strong enough to probably destroy the building with a punch. Or at least knock over the painting hanging in the hallway. By the way, that painting is actually screwed to the wall. Yeah, That's the guy across the hall from me. He's okay. He's fucking a little crazy. I see. Oh, you left your door open. It was unlocked when I came here. Right? Like, why the heck did you try to walk into my room? That's so funny. Oh my god. The kid just like, I'll kill you. Oh my god, that is so funny. That's so funny. I'm a little annoyed that Hidekai knows that. The only way he could is if he had opened my door, but the feeling passes. It doesn't matter. I have nothing to hide or steal. Your soccer ball is really nice. That's one of the things that doesn't matter. If you are a soccer player, a soccer ball is very important. I guess it is. The thought makes me smile. I'm here because my father bought a new phone, and he wanted to update Shizune in case she needs to call him. This fucking guy. I thought you should too know since you're her boyfriend, aren't you? Yeah. Why? Just in case there is something wrong, or she needs anything. It isn't what I meant, but I'll go along. Even if she did, she probably wouldn't call. That is how she is. Well, if you know, coming all the way here for that though, he could have updated her via email. He does not like using emails. That's so old-fashioned. Don't tell me he still does business through regular mail or something. Silence. Now it's my turn to feel awkward. Is Hidekai taking it literally, or did I hit the mark? Nah, I'm sure that what it really comes down to is that he does want to see his daughter and stay in contact with her. In the end, they are still family after all, even though they play it being at each other's throats. Oh my god, he's here! Oh my god, he's actually here! Oh, I guess I expected it. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, here we go! Oh my god. Yeah. Oh boy. Is he allowed to carry that sword around on campus, school grounds? The heck? Oh boy, mid-rant. The door to the student council room is open and Hidekai and I walk in on Jigoro and mid-rant. Shizune is like, bro, I can't hear you. He sees us but decides that it's not something worth stopping rambling at Shizune over. This is really shaking my faith in my previous assumption. When I was in the student council, our room was smaller, colder too. Like working out of a meat locker. Not like you spoiled kids. What a waste. Sitting here in your giant room doing nothing. She's like, bro, what the fuck are you saying to me? Aren't there only 3 of you? That makes having so many desks only seem like a necessary display of mindless decadence. Appalling. You must use the desk you need and not one more. It is part of my code. Bro? It may be odd of me to think so, but hearing only one half of a conversation is pretty strange. Also, that's some code. Now that I've arrived, he changes the subject and starts talking about the reason he's here. Hidekai and I are going on a trip. Poor Hidekai. What are you doing? Does everyone who uses sign language mumble while they do that? No, but I'm just an amateur. It's fucking, swear to God. But I'm just an amateur. It helps me think. It's kind of like a force of habit. Just an amateur. Oh my god, this freaking guy. Just an amateur. Unbelievable. Fine. Dude, do you speak sign language? He turns back to Tsune just in time to catch her shaking her head from side to side. Are you sure you won't be coming along? Dude, they hate you. She reiterates the gesture. Fine. Can you tell her to call me if she needs anything? Yes. I really think sending an email would have been easier, though. I'm not going to read emails on my phone. If she won't speak, she can call Hidekai. I suppose if I have to be reached, you would have to call me or the other girl would have to call me. Actually, all 3 of you could just call Hidekai. Jesus Christ. This fucking guy, I swear to God. And with that, he swiftly turns and leaves, Hidekai trailing behind him. A long trip for something that took 5 minutes. Neither of them can express their feelings very well. In Shizune's case, they have to question whether she would if she could. It explains a lot, but that she doesn't seem to be unhappy with the arrangement. Even so, I wonder if she might be. When the door closes behind them, leaving Shizune and me by ourselves, she lets out a deep breath that seems to echo in the silence of the room. That's totally ridiculous asking me to go on a trip. The timing couldn't have been worse. It overlaps the student council elections, for one. Second, I haven't even cheered up Misha. If you consider that, it's annoying to even have anything else to think about. Yeah, but you might be too focused on all of that stuff right now. Sorry, your dad doesn't really seem like a chill guy to hang out with, though. Shizune adjusts her glasses roughly. Completely 100% right. The minute I decided I was going to cheer up Misha, everything else went on the back burner, I suppose. I think your dad might care about you more than he lets on. I know. So that it could be a good idea. No. But then again, more firmly as for both of us. No. After coming this far, I can't take a break. A vacation would be jarring. It would be like waking up in a different life. Yesterday was like my vacation, so now we have to go all in. I'm sorry, but it's just how I am. I can remember what Yuka said, that she found Shizune brave in a kind of way. I think I understood what she meant, and I have to agree. Even though it could also be called recklessness and foolishness and pointless stubbornness, I guess you could call it bravery too. Yeah, I guess. However, I can see that there was a fundamental flaw in Shizune's thinking that I hadn't noticed until now. I'm sure that Shizune has reflected longer and more arduously than I could about where she messed up to create such a bad situation between her and Misha. However, as typical for her, she wouldn't let it hold her back and immediately set out to fix the problem. This completely ignores a large part of the problem, Misha herself. Moving from critical introspection to holding Misha up as part of a goal causes the person to get lost in the shuffle. Shizune has said a lot in the past few days, but nothing about how Misha feels. Shizune's way of thinking is abnormal. Few normal people would reject a friend and then expect things to go back to the way they were so easily. Shizune does because she sees life as, if I had to put it simply, capable of being segmented and compartmentalized. Yeah, she really does though, doesn't she? Misha, like anyone else, sees it as the whole experience. A long, continuous journey where one moment of heartache can follow you forever. For Shizune, an event is an event, and few of them cross over. Life is compartmentalized, is the word, around triumphs, failures, and decisions, where each one stands at its own story. It's why the thought of vacation is jarring to her. It's why she can only appreciate people's immediate emotions. It's exactly how someone obsessed with living in the moment would think, really. Likewise, Shizune can see Misha as a friend. But I doubt that she has ever thought of Misha as anything more until recently, or questioned anything about her. Misha as Misha would be enough for her, even if to Misha must be unbelievably stifling. Shizune is just Shizune to herself. It's likely she doesn't even think about the after effects of her actions in the long term, as long as they stir up other people's lives. To Misha, though, I'm sure it made her seem almost heroic. Like Yuko admiring her bravery, and even myself. And Shizune's thoughts on that sentiment are that it was good she could touch someone's life. But it ends there. It's easy to captivate, much harder to nurture. On to the next thing. Thinking of a life in terms of almost completely isolated events has a tendency to isolate a person too. Though she's trying to remedy it now, the point remains. There's simply no way Shizune could have avoided hurting Misha. Her emotional investment in Shizune was something Shizune couldn't account for, so she didn't. Combined with her personality, it was inevitable. Both of them had pretty much told me all of that in bits and pieces over the past couple months I've known them. In the middle of considering the differences, an idea began to take shape in my mind. Are you working on your plan right now, this second? Your cheer up Misha plan? Of course. I was thinking about it the whole time I was being yelled at. Right? I've only seen like a few episodes, but it's like Scrubs, when I think his name is JD, when he like starts thinking of something else. He has his little like fantasies and stuff. That's what I imagine his sounds like right now. Right? It's like flicking her glasses up to the bridge of her nose with an oddly triumphant air, she taps her finger against her temple. It's multitasking. Really? Isn't it more like you're able to concentrate on something like that because you can't hear? Well, whatever. When I ask her what she thinks of mine, it turns out we both arrived at a similar idea. Well, okay, I'm gonna go a little bit longer, but then I need to stop because I gotta go do, like, stuff. So, like... Okay, sorry, I'm really invested right now. Although it makes me feel kind of uneasy, since we're talking about a human being, the first step is to corner Misha. Damn! Though the situation is a little too much like something out of a cop drama for me, it's come to this because talking to her normally is proving to be near impossible. You're not leaving. But we do have classes together, even the very first class of the day. Uh-oh. Although it takes a while for the announcement to come, the second that I hear we're going to be working in groups today, she's gonna try to make sure Misha's in ours. Hello, Misha. Right? You know, I think Mutu assigns a sufficiently large amount of group work and self-study. Don't you think so?
But it's so easy. But it's easy, so it's okay, right?
Yeah, there's other stuff that I've been thinking about, Lily. That might not be okay, though. Misha nodded at each sentence and brushes it all aside.
I thought about it, and I don't do enough work when I work with you, Chan. So I'm going to try harder today. So don't distract me, Chan. I have to stay focused.
That was an annoyingly transparent dodge. Zane doesn't look too happy either, though. Since Misha didn't bother to sign any of it, opted to twirl a pen in her hands and said, damn. Whew. From the shaky way she was doing it, I'm sure it was so she wouldn't sign anything inadvertently. From the way Misha looks distracted and uneasy. I doubt it's because she wants to keep Shizune out of the loop for any malicious reasons. Although it's still obviously a way of distracting Shizune from herself. Shizune wants to talk to you.
Can I wait until later, Hachan?
No. Why not now?
We're in the middle of class.
Now she's spinning a pen in each hand. I'm beginning to think her signing has turned into a kind of a nervous tick for her. This isn't a good replacement, although the sight of her dual wielding is pretty impressive. After class then. That's funny. After class, I don't waste a second bringing it back up. As everyone files out of the classroom, leaving the three of us alone, Misha takes increasingly longer glances every direction I step forward. She's all, do you want to get something to eat?
Why do you, Hachan, keep asking me if I want to eat something? Hachan!
Because we're all headed to the cafeteria and we haven't eaten together in a long time. So why not?
Is this about the student council?
Taking Sune's lack of replies and Misha sighs.
Hachan, is that all you ever think about?
Damn, she's fucking mad. Before Shizune can reply, she leaves. I have to say, I'm not left feeling very confident after what just happened. Neither of us were expecting to go smoothly, but it would have been nice. Reading my mind, Shizune curls a finger around her glasses a while before signing. I know what you're thinking, but no, it's not that I think we should give her some space now. I told you I wouldn't give up so easily. Yeah, well now I'm starting to wonder if it's not too soon. Cold feet? Well, I'm not going to. That would be giving up on her. There's a fine line between helping someone and smothering them, but I just want Misha to pull herself together and stop acting so weird. I know she can do it. Even if she wants to try, people don't change overnight. If they could, the world would be a much easier place. Okay, you win. Then I guess this is the part where we split up and look for her. Though I'm the only one who is really supposed to find her. If I run into her first, I'll call your cell phone. Smiling, Shizune takes out her cell phone, turning it on to prepare. I notice that she has an extremely high number of unread messages, and looking at her expressions, so does she. Twirling it around by the top a couple of times, she grimaces. I don't like using this thing. Why can't I just snap my fingers? And then what? I'm not a dog. It doesn't travel as far as a phone signal. You're having a lot of fun with this, aren't you? Shaking from head to side, she continues. It's obvious where she would go. You can't look for her on the school grounds. She would want to go as far away as she can. Check the tea shop? It's usually empty this early. Misha loves to go there if she feels like skipping class, and she loves the parfaits they have there. You really know a lot about her. But she would overthink it and turn into something that would seem a lot more backhanded than it actually is. So I choose to just nod and leave instead until I feel her holding onto my sleeve. What? I say, specifically forgetting that she can't hear me. It feels nice that I don't have to do it all by myself anymore because I can trust you. I'm really happy. It makes me happy to hear it. I can't think of a way to respond and end up only nodding again. Oh, there she is! There she is! Get her! Heading outside, I catch a glimpse of pink hair behind some other girl's head. And as I head that way, she realizes the only way you go if you want to leave school. It's the way to the student council room. If I wanted to avoid Shizune, I wouldn't go there. It's strange that Misha would be going in that direction, then maybe she wants to talk things over with Shizune. In which case, I have to wonder if letting things play out naturally would be such a bad idea after all, especially if it seems to be going in a good direction. Suddenly, Misha stops and spins around, catching me by surprise.
Surprise, Hachan! Were you looking for me? I had a feeling.
I was going to say, hey, I was just looking for you, but I suppose that's no good now. She hasn't even finished with her sentence before she blows past me, heading for the exit. Oh my god, I have to admit that Misha's infuriating sharper than I expected. Also, surprisingly fast. Oh my god, Hassel's gonna have a heart attack! Although it's more physical activity than I think I should be getting, I managed to catch up with her halfway to the gate. You're really being the rudest woman in the world right now. Can you just stop trying to run away for 1 second? I want to talk to you. Misha turns on her heel, looking mildly amused, and raises her hands as if to tell me to go on. Now that I've got her attention, though, it's hard to think of the right thing to say. Where are you going now?
To Shanghai.
Can I go with you then? Waiting for her to answer feels like an eternity. It's almost as if I can hear my wristwatch ticking off the individual seconds.
Okay then, Hachan.
I get the sense that she only agreed because she doesn't want to argue anymore today. Okay. I feel like this is going to be like, oh, like, I need to focus because there's going to be a big old, like, conversation, probably some drama. Unfortunately, I do have to stop. So, sadly, I can't, like, I can't go any longer, but this is so much fun. I will try to return next week, but I'm having so much fun, guys. I'm like, so sad. Save. Alright. Thank you guys for watching.